What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, FuturisticMike, and I'm back with another Tyler Perry Sistas video. Now, this is going to be the review and recap for Tyler Perry Sistas, Season 4, Episode 1, the premiere. If you're a fan of Sistas, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so when I post videos on Sistas, you get them. Now, this premiere was crazy, man. We were left on a huge cliffhanger for Season 3. You know, Hayden got beat the hell up. Fatima set it up. You know, she was tired of him messing with her and Zach's relationship. And it was just a whole bunch of stuff with Hayden getting in the way, so she had to put an end to it. Now, what we find out happened to Hayden is actually surprising. I didn't see it coming. I didn't think they would go that far. But maybe, you know, he's really not dead. Maybe they're just saying that because he was beaten so bad. He was probably unconscious in the parking lot. But I don't think he's dead because some people are saying they seen him in previews with crutches and stuff like that. So maybe he's alive. Now we see that little scenario of Gary and Robin trying to talk Andy into a threesome. And it turns out that that was just a dream. It was a nightmare. It wasn't real. And honestly, he tricked us, man. Tyler Perry tricked the hell out of us on that one, for real. Because I really thought that was real. I thought Gary knew Robin somehow and Robin was playing Andy. But nope, it was just a dream. Now we see Andy wake up to Robin and, you know, he's staring at her and stuff. I guess they had a wild night. Now, unfortunately for Andy, you know, she didn't remember much about the night. She drank a lot. And Robin was happy to fill her in with everything that happened. But he just wants Andy to be more sober, you know, next time they meet. Because he feels like she only calls people when she's drunk. He wants to know the sober Andy. He even tried to convince Andy to call in sick to work and run to London with them. And Andy said she couldn't do that. You know, she said she has to be to work and stuff, but she said she wants to see him again. And Robin was going to hold her to that promise because this dude really likes her. Honestly, it's too early to tell you guys how I feel about Robin as of right now. I'm not sure if I really like him that much. We don't know this guy too well. He could turn out to be a crazy dude. I don't know, but it seems like he really likes Andy. And when Andy gets to work, there's a whole bunch of roses all over her desk and all over the place. She asked Fatima what all of that was about, and of course the flowers were from Gary. See the two of them talking, and they're talking about the night before, and they're talking about Karen and stuff, but Fatima didn't even mention Karen's pregnancy at all. I thought maybe she would bring it up to Andy, but she didn't, because Andy, Danny, and Sabrina don't know anything about it yet. But Andy did tell Fatima about Karen telling her to invite her to the strip club. Karen probably wanted to start some shit. And, you know, Fatima laughed about it. And she said she was glad Andy didn't listen to Karen and invite her because that would have ended badly. Now, Andy notices blood on Fatima's sleeve on her dress, on her pretty ass white dress. And Fatima lied and said it was some food she was eating or whatever. But we know what that's from. And then they start talking about Andy and Robin because Fatima wants to know what Andy did, you know, last night. She said she went out with Robin and she would tell her all the details later because they have to get to work. And Gary popped up out of nowhere. Fatima sent Gary away by threatening to frame him for throwing her down the stairs. Literally, like on some badass shit. Fatima is like one of the best characters, for real. Receptionist comes in and informs Andy and Fatima that Hayden has been found dead in the parking lot. Fatima and Zach might have to hire Andy as their lawyer because they're definitely going to be in for some shit after this. Because Fatima might be on camera. I know they don't got no cameras in the parking lot, but they do got them when you first pull in the front gate or whatever, I guess. But Fatima, man, if somebody's seen her, she's screwed. And of course, Zach might get framed for this. You know, Zach is always getting into some trouble somehow. You know, somebody's always trying to set him up or something. Now, at Karen's salon, we see this woman, and she's in some suit waiting for Karen. And, you know, Pam was there as well. And she asked Karen if Zach lives with her. Karen said she didn't live with him, and she wanted to know who was asking. But the woman said she couldn't say. She just wasn't trying to give up her identity. And, you know, Karen said she didn't know where Zach was or where he'd been. And Karen said, I'm going to need you to leave right now because I got nothing else to say to you. And then the woman ends up leaving. Now, Karen was about to call Zach and warn him about what's going on. But Pam said, no, don't do that. They might be tracing you. And Pam wondered if, you know, this woman was snooping around because of all that money that Zach just recently got. And Karen thought maybe it did have something to do with that, so she decides to drive over to Zach's new house. Pam just tells Karen that she should be careful because the police might follow her. Karen did a good job at avoiding the police because she showed up at Zach's house and the police didn't know she was there or nothing, but she warned him that, some officer of some kind had came to her salon and was asking questions about him and if they still live together, asking Zach what she should do if the woman shows up again. And he said, look, you should just give her my number. And Karen was shocked to hear that. And she really tried to play the baby daddy card with Zach too. She was saying that she doesn't want her baby to have a dad in prison and stuff. And Zach wasn't trying to hear none of that. And then she's like, oh, you wasn't going to let me see the house? She was just acting kind of crazy. And Zach's like, oh, you really want to see it that bad? Come on. And then she acted like she didn't care. And then she walked away. Now, this is the part that's crazy right here, man, because Preston honestly is a good guy, man. I feel like Preston is such a good guy. And Danny keeps on, giving this dude mixed emotions. And she's just playing with his feelings and stuff. And I don't like it. We see Danny and Preston, they have a loud and angry argument about Fuego. And I guess they break up. Started going off about all the stuff that bothers her about Preston. About, his brothers coming to see her at the airport, about him inviting his sister over without permission, all kinds of stuff that she's been holding in. And she should have been honest about that a long time ago. I don't like the fact that she's playing with Preston's feelings because honestly, I really like Preston as a character. I think he's a good guy, but Danny's acting crazy right now. Fuego tried to holler at Danny at the airport because he was flying to Miami or something like that. But Danny, she rejected him because of his stripper job. She said she doesn't want a man that's a stripper. And then a random customer tried hitting on Danny, but she turned him away because she thinks he might be a sex trafficker. Now at the bank, we see Q calls Maurice. Now this is one of the things that happened early on in the episode. He can cut a deal and get out sooner, and he asked Maurice if he could stay with him, and Maurice said no. I mean, honestly, why would Maurice want him to do that? This dude is a thief and he needs some help. And then Sabrina calls Kelvin so he can talk to Maurice, about his daddy issues and stuff. And Kelvin goes in there and he's talking to Maurice. He's just trying to make sure he's okay and stuff. And then they made plans for that night, for them to get together and stuff. Kelvin offered to set Maurice up with one of his friends, and Maurice eventually gave in. And then Kelvin goes back out and talks to Sabrina, tells her what happened and stuff. And that's pretty much everything that happened in this episode. I think it was a crazy episode, for the first one. The premiere was pretty good. I can't wait for the next one. I want to see what happened with Hayden. I want to see what's going to happen with Zach, Fatima, and Karen and stuff. I'm just so excited to see what's going to happen next. But what are you guys' thoughts for this episode? Comment your thoughts down below. What are your theories for the rest of the season? Do you think Karen's baby is Aaron's or Zach's? Comment down below. Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all Tyler Perry Sistas content in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. If you guys want to donate to the channel, I got links below to the PayPal and Cash App accounts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.